Hello everyone. In this video, we have to see about the DT approach. That is design thinking approach on non-destructive technique. So design thinking having the different five different factors. That is empathy. Next one is define. Third one is ideate. Fourth one is prototype, and finally test. These are the looping structure about the five concept of the design thinking. First, we have to empathize the what are the think will be based on that one particular problem. That is will be design thinking. It will be most prominent way to find out the solution to the particular problem according to these different five category factors. That is, one is empathy. Next, we have to identify the problem and empathize the problem, and I define the problems and how to solve the problems in different ways. That is called as ideate. And prototype, we make the some of the prototype to solve that material. What is the protocol, what is the material, what is the device will be used on article will be manipulated according to that particular point. And then we have to test and evaluate the project, evaluate and test the concept we have to develop to solve the problem. Next, if it is fails, we can go for the prototype or change the concept, or the will be we can change the define. We all will change the empathy to solve the problem according to the five factors. So it will be a looping structure. That is called as symbols will be indicated the loop of the three factors. We have to any change the factors according to that concept. We have to find the solution of the particular railway problems. So now we have to using the non-destructive techniques, one of the design thinking approach we have developed for that to connecting the non-destructive technique to the empathy. So it is nothing but to evolve with the component without causing the damage is the principle of non-destructive technique. So non-destructive technique, it is called as NDT simply. So and one of the mistakes is we cannot empathize, we cannot test the material without damaging the material. That is the empathy of the test. So we can define that. So next, highly valuable technique we have stove both for protecting the evaluation. So defining is the process of inspecting, how to find out the defect without by the inspection. So what is the inspection is nothing but testing, evaluating the components, and we have to identify the characteristic, discontinuing the characteristic without destroying the servability of the parts of the system. In other words, we got to stress that when the inspection or test will be completed, the product will be used. So one of the main empathy test defining on these different testing is different. So we can define that. So without damaging the instrumentation, we have to find the any flaws or cracks in the materials. So it will be purely used for industrial applications. So inspection will be top product, it will be a forging cost. Inspection with the secondary person machine grading. Inspection is the event image cracking and corrosion will be the material will be classified. These are the picture images that will be used for the industrial applications for the industrial oriented for the finding the problems. So there is a ideating different type of material having the different type of testing technique. One type of technique we have to see the surface means we have go for the penetrate testing. You have to identify the inner cracks or identify the in the inner depth of the material. We can go for the particle or ultrasonic or radiography testings. So it will be used to according to the material. We have to identify it. So what type of the classification and what type of the test will be used for testing this material. So now we have to choose as the magnetic particle instinct method. So in this method, test for the direction of the surface and subsurface, that is the indication of the ferromagnetic material. So if it's a material ferromagnetic means, so we go for the identifying the magnetical particle testing and reduced by the component and disrupting and using the these of the main applying the concept we have of the particular material. So magnetic flux we have detects rebel by the applying the ferromagnetic particles. So we have magnetic the particle will be pour out the surfaces where the defect will be find out. The particle will be accumulated on particular area. So that will be a main principle of that magnetic particle indication. You can see that the material will be magnetic. That is the first condition. So magnetic specimen will be on adequate flux density and producing the flux density. Applying the fine magnetic particle over the surface of the specimen, we have to identify that there is a magnetic able to see the clusters of the magnetic particles around the gather at the flux leakages and indication of the flaws. So you can see that right images. Green indicated north and south pole is the magnetic poles means. So magnetic lines of waves was around the in the material. So if it is the present, the magnetic particle will be pour out the material. The magnetic force, magnetic material will be accumulated. So they have any defected in the material moving the particle, so it will disturb the magnetic flux or magnetic lines of force around the area. So it will indicate there is a problem on that particular surface of the inner surface or inner surface of the material. So easily we can identify the material as the defects, so without damaging the material. So this is the main method we have used for various areas. These are the instrumentation we have prototype to identify the magnetic particle testing. So magnetization is very important. Next, the pre-cleaning, magnetization, uplink detecting media, inspection, demagnetization, and post-test cleaning will be used for step-by-step process of the finding the testing the particle magnetic particle material without defecting the materials. So in this video we can stop here of the design thinking approach on prototyping testing. Next video we have seen that another important topic on based on design thinking approach. Thank you.